Yo, what up, chat? Good morning. How are we? Happy Friday. What's up, everybody? Hi. Whisper, hello, hello. Hayden, how's it going? Dread, what's up? Atoda, how's it going, buddy? Hello, hello. Chamomile. What am I, a freaking idiot? Hey, Chamomile, how you doing? Santos, how's it going? Hello, hello. Rudix, how's it going? Happy Friday. Hope you guys have had a good week. Hope it's been a chill week. I'm good, man. I'm good. Yeah, chilling. Had a fantastic dinner last night at a opening of a new restaurant here in San Diego, which was very fun. And yeah. We're going to be working today, chat. Today we're going to be programming. What's that in my ear? It's my hearing aid. Yeah. I'm kidding. It's not my hearing aid. I use in-ear monitors. So technically, I'm also a drummer. I've been a musician for, no, I'm kidding. They're not hearing aids. I've been a drummer for 15 plus years. And back in the day when I got into drumming, I got very comfortable using in-ear monitors because that's what you use when you perform. And so you'll actually, if you notice that I should have a cable coming out of the back of my ear, you'll see it when I move my head. And that's actually going down my back. And then that actually goes to a pack right here. And that's how I can hear myself and chat and get up and move around and all that good stuff. Aries, how's it going? Hello, hello. I'm an Aries. Did you know that? Hey, Jen, how's it going? Hello, hello. Thank you for the raid right out of the blue like that. Thank you, thank you. Welcome, everybody. How's it going, Jen? How was your stream? I hope you had a good one. Hey, hello, hello. Jono Code, hello, hello. Aries gang, yeah. I don't know. I don't know how proud of well, I've realized and accepted the faults of Aries. Where we've got our pros and our cons. You know what I mean? Passionate. It's probably a good one. That's probably one of the few good traits that us Aries have. But Jen, thank you so much for the raid. I hope you had a good stream. Hello, hello. Welcome everybody from Jen Juno D stream. Hope you guys are having a good day. Uh-oh, there's a kitty here. Have you decided to join us again? Yes. His name is Edward. My cat's names are Alphonse and Edward. Actually, as a matter of fact, you know what? I just realized we should add that to Quirk. Oh, I closed all of Twitch chat. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, dear God. Why? Sorry. Hold on, chat. Hold on. I lost you. There we go. Okay, we're good. I accidentally closed everything. I'm back now. I can see you guys. Hi. How's your stream, though, Jen? How are you? Look at the face of a desperate man. Yeah. Saying hi before I go to bed, mostly we catch the VOD while hacking Hyperland. Oh, well, Cowface, dude, it's good to see you, buddy. Thank you for stopping by. Seriously. Appreciate you. Kitties. Text. We have two, the Alt F4, here we go, the Alt F4 stream official mascots and kitties are Alphonse and Edward. And then I think we have the emotes. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, you literally thought the same thing I did. Which one's hangry? Edward's hangry, right? Yeah, because Fonzie's nap. That's all Fonzie does. He just snaps. Yeah. Here we go. Oh, it needs to be subscribed to the channel. Hold on. I told her I'm going to spend $5 and give the bot a subscription. What's up, Thorny? How's it going? Thornity. There we go. Oh, hold on. It was dope. Thank you. It was about learning TypeScript with Josh Goldberg, going through chapter by chapter of his book. Oh, no way. Dang, that's cool. I always love like low level jumps into things like that. That's really dope. That's very cool. As a partner, you can get life. Oh, that's right. We can. Well, whatever. We just gave ourselves $2. Or we technically just lost. Technically, we lost $2. Whatever. I threw money at the problem. Oh, well. Damn you, Jeff Bezos. Damn you. All right, here, let's try that one more time. There we go. There we go. Sorry, my hair's like itching my head. That's cool though, Jen. That's awesome. Well, shout out to Jen Juno D. Make sure to go give them a follow. There we go. And yeah, welcome everybody. How's it going? Zachary, what's up, dude? Hello. How are we? Fukushine as well. How are you? Hello. Can we give so Atoda, I think Chad is probably right. We probably just need to give the bot a lifetime subscription. Quick, right. I don't know what that cool we both I didn't know we were. Oh, that's cool. We both have the same side. Yeah. Aries gang. Yeah. Like I said, yeah. It's a flip of the coin, man. You know, some things about Aries are good. Some things are not. Wait, what was the? Oh. Wait, what is this? What did you get? What's that in my ear? It's my hearing aid. Oh, nice. That's great. I love that. That's every time though, isn't it? A bit, yeah. I am fixated on learning how to program. Oh, you'll learn. You stick around here, you'll learn. You'll learn for sure. Don't you worry your pretty little head on that one. You hang around here, you'll learn you some programs, some zeros and ones, you know what I'm saying? Could you imagine if like that's how we sold programming, as if it was like selling drugs? Hey man, I heard you like some of that Rust. Yeah? You want some of that? All right, I'll get you some. I'll get you some of that Rust. Like, you know what I mean? It'd be so weird. You're like, what? Okay. Thank you. Why do I feel afraid right now? All right, guys. So anyways, welcome. Hello. Thank you for being here. Hi. Happy Friday. I hope you guys had a good week. I hope it's been a good week. I'll compare Atoda's programming skills to yours. Be prepared. That's fine. Was that shady? That may have been shady. Sorry, Atoda. I love you. I would more so say Atoda needs to be prepared. Your first dependency injection is free. Is free. I've made progress on building out the KS and Pulumi workshop. Oh, nice. Hell yeah. Very cool. That's good to hear. Do you now? Is that something that you're streaming? I forget. Did you say how are you delivering that? I guess you can have some Rust free now, pay later. Oh yeah. You can have you can have some Rust free now, pay later. You know what I'm saying? We'll put you on that layaway. Dude, layaway was such a thing back when I was a kid. Layaway was such a thing. Are you fixated on programming? Dude, it's like literally all I do. I've had relationship problems because I program too much. Yeah. It is what I live, eat, and breathe, my friend. All right, so let's hop into it. So, hey, check it out, Jize. I don't know what I was going to say there. Yeah, that really messed me up. My whole brain just like stopped off of that one. I haven't here. Just hold on. Let me take a sip of coffee. I need some morning coffee right now. Like I haven't even had my first sip yet. Oh, I thought I spilled on myself. I did not. All right. Cool. Woo! Okay, I'm awake now. Hi, chat. Happy Friday. I hope you guys had a good week. Hope it was chill. Hope you enjoyed it. I had a very crazy week. It was insane. It was a lot. So, welcome. Hi, chat. Oh, snap. Ruby on Rails when? Like 10 years ago? Yeah. That was when it happened, about 10 years ago, and we let it go ever since. So yeah. You guys might be a little delayed on that one. I'm just kidding. Hi, Teach. How's it going? Thank you so much for the raid, buddy. How is everybody? No, I'm kidding. I know you guys are doing your the book. What is it? It's called book something. I know you guys have been doing that though. But yeah, welcome. Hi. How's it going? How is the show? How is Ruby? How is everything in the Ruby world? Yeah, book club. Thank you. Yeah. If it was a true DevOps stream, you'd be using Ruby. Yeah, like 10 years ago, bro. Absolutely. Yes, I'd be using Ruby like 10 years ago. Yeah. Actually a link, is it really? Oh, dude, I love it. That is awesome. Oh, you're doing the 7 languages in 7 weeks. Oh, okay. That's a good book. I have not finished that book. I'm actually slightly jealous that you guys are doing that. 7 dead languages in 7 weeks. Yes, exactly. No, I know that Ruby is still, so from what I know, Ruby's kind of like not PHP, but like, you know, still in that same area of use, I guess. It's a cool language. Here's the thing, dude. One of the things that's fascinating about Ruby is that it's so easy to use it, and you can do a lot of, like, you can say, I mean, again, Python's the same thing. Like Python and Ruby, and I mean, even JavaScript, like the power of those languages is just pure and simple. You can make stuff, you can make quick with it. Oh, I almost didn't get myself on that one. But yeah. And it's like, that's what made Ruby as powerful as it was back in the day. But then you try like building or like running, and you'd be like, okay, execute. All right, I'm going to go get coffee and wait for that to transpile. I'll be back in about 10 minutes. So yeah, it's just, you know, Ruby, honestly, one of Ruby's downsides was it was not heavily performant, but it was very, very good to build stuff with. Good luck. All the answers. Well, yeah, a lot of it was also on Rails as well. Yeah. Well, I'm glad to hear book club was good. I will definitely have to tune in next time for sure, or at least check the VODs, right? Like, are you guys posting VODs and stuff? Are you guys posting VODs? I guess I should just watch the VOD or the video, but hell yeah. Welcome everybody. How's it going? Hello. Thank you for the raid, Tej. Shout out to Tej, if you guys don't know. Wonderful person and streamer. The homie. Give him a follow. Although, like, most of you probably know him as you just came here from that stream. Welcome though. I am BG. I'm one of the co-hosts of the Alta 4 stream. Yes, I do DevOps. I do a lot of different stuff. I recently started jumping into Rust, and yeah, man, it's interesting. I've been jumping into functional programming a lot too lately. I've been doing a lot of Nix, which has been fun, but I think Rust kind of stole my eye for a second. I was like, oh. So I am currently working on a complete rewrite. For anybody just tuning in, hi, thank you for being here. There's a platform that we build on stream called Quirk. Anything that you guys interact with, whether it be chatbot, right? Chatbot, when a follow happens, lights change, all that stuff. That's all powered by Quirk. We're rewriting that mamma jamma, chat. We're rewriting it from scratch. I wrote it in TypeScript like 2.5 years ago, and ever since then, it's just been this thing that I've been just like kicking down the road. And I really want to give it a good chance this year. I would like to release it at TwitchCon this year. And so I said, you know what, chat? We're going to rewrite it. And so, yeah, we're rewriting it in Ruby. Yeah, chat. Yeah. No. We're going to rewrite it. One of the things I want to do with this, and I want to be clear on this, is I want to rewrite it specifically. Like, I'm actually going to do something I never do, which is I'm going to look at every service and I'm going to say which is the best for the job. I am okay with it not being entirely, one language across the whole platform. I actually don't think that's a good idea. There's a lot of things that like the whole, again, the platform I wrote, what I wrote 2 years ago, a lot of the things that I looked at, and I look at it now and I'm just like, dude, like this would be so much better in a different language, So that's part of the rewrite as well, is we are definitely going to evaluate each service and kind of look at it. That's one of the things we're going to be doing today as well. We're going to hop into that in a second. I'm just tired. Oh, I'm tired. And yeah, so I'm still waking up, but We're about to hop in a second as well. Why isn't TypeScript doing the job enough? Dude, I don't know. Aren't you on Twitter? Like, haven't enough people said things about why TypeScript sucks so much at this point? I feel like we all are pretty much aware of why TypeScript sucks at this point. It doesn't suck. It's a really powerful language. A lot of companies have built a lot of money off of it. You know, Netflix is definitely one of them. They use a lot of Node.js and stuff like that. And I know a lot of other companies have done that as well. You know, TypeScript and JavaScript in general, like, again, they're fast in the sense that you can make stuff quick and you can get it out quick. However, doing that, it's like watching two sushi chefs. Whoa, I can't say that fast. Two sushi chefs next to each other. One that's been in the game for like a year, and then another one that's been in the game for like 10 years, right? Like, sure, you can do it, but like one of them's just going to be way more efficient at doing it and doing it much quicker. And so the hard part is a lot of applications that get built in TypeScript are also focused on more entry-level jobs, because that's a lot of like the vibe is, oh, you know, JavaScript, I can do it, you know, and because of that, a lot of the like foundational work is written not as great, unfortunately, and then it becomes technical debt, and then it normally has to be rewritten later or something like that, or it just wasn't really considered seriously. I've just seen, honestly, at most of the companies I've gone to, I've pretty much seen bad JavaScript or TypeScript implementations everywhere. Yeah, I don't think I've gone to a single company, even the company I'm at right now, Hippo. Oh god, it's terrible. I wish we were using Ruby, man. I wish. I do. I wish. Seriously. But yeah, you only get what you know. You can only get so much, right? Rust, welcome to the cult. I mean, club. I'm already in one cult. I'm in the Knicks cult already, which is already a huge cult, and we're all weird. So now I'm in two cults. So whatever, dude. Like, you know, at this point, I'm just joining all of the cults. Like, you know, it is what it is. Yeah. There's a ceiling on how good JS can be. Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that. I actually would not disagree with that. I would say simplicity with JS is most powerful, and if you can't achieve simplicity, you then become, you hit that ceiling of just like, whoa. Join all the cults, become cultivated. I like that. That's a good one. Just getting into the Knicks cult, I'm concerned about being into, don't worry about it. Hey, if you're joining the Knicks cult, if you guys are interested in the Knicks cult, join our Discord, okay? Because we already have a cult growing there, full of people. Actually, there's a few of the Knicks maintainers in there. It's like, I'm actually pretty hyped on that. So I'm just, you know, I might be, you know, searching for members right now. That's all. Run your servers on Arc and you can join the third. Oh yeah, Arc. Yeah. Consider me joined. Hell yeah. No, it's a slowly growing Knicks community that we've got on there that I'm really excited about. There's a good Knicks cult in that Discord. There is. Yeah, there actually really is. There's times where we have to kind of be like, hey, don't remember. Arch Linux. I used to use Arch, by the way. I say Arc because I type Arc a lot, and then I look at it and I say archetypes. Archetypes. I guess I'm just saying it wrong. I don't know. Sounds interesting to see the breakdown. See you break down that ceiling and how Russell will be better. Yeah, let's hop into it. You guys can stop staring at me now. Teach, thank you again for the raid, buddy. It's good seeing you. I hope you're doing well. I hope the family's well. Hope the doggo is well. Seriously, dude. Thank you for the raid. Oh. Felix, thank you for the gifted sub, man. Thank you. All right, let me take another sip of my drink here, and then I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to blow your guys' I can't bleep myself right now. Your guys' bleeping mind, all right? Just hang on. All good. Oh, yeah, reset because of the month. Okay, so check it out, chat. As I told you, we are working on a rewrite. Now I'm going to show you a little bit of what we're rewriting so you get a little bit of context here, all right? This isn't what we're rewriting. This is Rocket. I was looking at this earlier. Okay, so we have a platform called Quirk, okay? Quirk is a streamer tools platform. It's quirk.tools. At the moment, there's nothing that exists there. If you go there, the only thing that works is portal.quirk.tools, and that is basically invite only at the moment. We are focusing TwitchCon this year. Get the beta out. So we basically have 9 months from now. We are birthing Quirk, chat, all right? We're rebirthing Quirk. And so there's a lot of cool things that Quirk can do. It obviously has a front end, as you see here. We're going to completely rewrite the front end. I'm excited to do that. I actually don't know if we're going to rewrite the front end in the same ways that we've done it. I have heard a lot of really good things about WASM. I have, obviously. I'm in the area. I get it. I see the things. And yeah, it's something that's definitely very interesting to me as well, just because of the fact that I have been getting into Rust more too. So I don't know. Like I said, this is what makes this rewrite so fascinating. No, next week Whisper. I had some stuff happen on my work, or at work, that kind of, unfortunately, it was one of the reasons why I couldn't stream at the first part of this stream. Have you paid for your Twitter API yet? No, I haven't yet. But yeah, so basically, oh shit, I just realized we're gonna have to pay for that now. We haven't. We're literally starting the rewrite today. Yeah, we're literally starting the rewrite today. Is that the platform for the Moonlander? It is. It is! Exclamation mark, keyboard, and chat. So Quirk does a lot of things. The main focus, though, is that it works with what we call integrations, okay? And this is kind of like something that eventually I want to take as a concept and even expound on it to the data level, where we have this concept of like providers. Oh, we are paying for it. Oh, I guess, well, I don't know. Actually, Atoda, I'm not too sure. We're paying for the Twitter blue thingy, but I don't know if we're paying for the API as well. Maybe we are. I don't know. What anyway? Anyways, the big concept is that we have like these integrations, and right now we have 4 integrations. We can integrate with Discord, LiftX, Twitter, and Twitch. Right. The main idea is that we really want Quirk, and is the goal of it is to make it really like interoperable. Right? If you have this, then cool, you can just plug it into Quirk and then it'll start working for you. But if you have this, then okay, cool, you can plug that in and it'll start working for you. And the configuration interface is the same. It's more focused on like the streamers' problems and their concerns, rather than being like, okay, let's technically figure out how to solve this and then like make a user interface around it. And so integrations is a big part of that, mostly because like the chatbot, for example, integrates with Discord and Twitch. Right? It powers both Discord and Twitch. And in the back end of that, we generalized it to it was just like, well, really what we really want is just a bot or a series of bots that, can be given commands or be given certain tasks, and then they can do those things. And so we were able to like integrate our chat system, or our chat command system, where now, like, for example, to give that like interoperability, you just create commands, right? And then you just tell it which connections, or again, this is supposed to say integrations, you want it to use, right? So for example, if I was like, all right, you know what, I just want this to be on Twitch, right? If I save this, I should be able to do add here, right? But then if I go to Discord, where's Quirk? And I go down here and I do add, nothing appears, right? And so that was kind of like, again, that was, again, one of the focuses or the goals of Quirk. So we got there to a certain point. We were able to build out our command system and have, a really nice chatbot interaction. We also built out our Discord system a bit, where we have like moderation. If you've ever joined our Discord or the Primogen's Discord, you might see the human verification steps. That's something that we have added to our Discords to basically make it so that you have to click something before you can join. And you'll see here that there's like 4 people just sitting here. That's because these could potentially be bots. These could be people who've joined or had their bots join to try and like scrape our Discord. However, because we have complete privacy around in like every channel being locked, essentially, they only see this channel. So they'll see me and Atoda, right? And they'll see like this specific channel. But outside of that, it won't do that. Yeah, I'm a bot. Well, until, again, if that is one of you, until you click that human verification, then, yeah, it won't, you won't be able to... You won't be able to see anything. So we've got that. We've got like notifications and stuff, so you can see when people join, when people leave, like when people verify, all that kind of stuff. We've got, responses when people join the Discord. So a few of you just joined. Thanks for joining, by the way. That's nice of you. Welcome. You'll see that there's these welcome messages here, right? These are all from Twitch's, or from the bot as well. And so, yeah, long story short, there's a lot of really cool things that Quirk can do. Now, one of the biggest things that Quirk can do is that it integrates with Twitch. And when it integrates with Twitch, it integrates with its events. Now, I'm not going to go into deep dive into like all of that. We actually did that last stream. So if you are curious, I would say subscribe to the YouTubes. The main YouTube channel is focused on like the more cultivated content. So somebody asked in chat, did the Knicks video come out, which is coming out next week? Again, I apologize. This week it's been a little crazy. This channel's focused more on like that cultivated content. Whereas if you just want to pretty much see any VOD or anything like that, you can look at the archives. And if you're interested in any of the kind of like content we do and stuff, you can also just go to the playlist and kind of like scroll around. But yeah, last stream we talked about basically Twitch's event sub and it being a service that Twitch provides to enable developers to listen for events in Twitch. So whenever a broadcaster goes online, whenever they get a new follow, like any of that kind of stuff, that essentially is sent to the developer somehow, whether it be a WebSocket or a webhook. And we broke this down. As a matter of fact, we do what I do a lot for my day job, because again, I do work in DevOps. I'm also working on becoming a principal or IC. I don't know which one I'm going to be first. We don't have an IC yet at where I work, but there's maybe potentially in the future a chance of an IC role opening. So we do have principals though. And so I am working on at least becoming a principal. So a lot of what I do on stream as well and things that you'll see is like I work with workflows a lot. You guys will see like, big charts and things like that where I have to sit down and kind of diagram. And I'll show you a diagram here in a second. IC is an individual contributor. So the idea is that I am not on a specific team. I essentially jump from team to team to do design work, to like infrastructure design work or application design work or, things like that. Like I'm not necessarily somebody who would be sitting there writing the programming code specifically, but I am somebody who like breaks it down, looks at the problem, tries and solves the best solution and things like that. And so that's, a lot of what principals and ICs do as well. So anyways, let's go ahead and go through this. Now, spoilers, I was going to ask you, what do you think is the most important part of Twitch or of our platform, but I kind of just spoiled it, which is just our go live notifications. As a streamer tools platform, it really, makes sense to be able to let people know when you're live. And if you can't do that, it's not really valuable. You know what I mean? And so one of the services that are most crucial to us within the Quirk platform is our go live and go offline notifications. What we have right now is okay. It's not the greatest thing. It's okay, but it's something that like has kind of gotten us to where we are, and it's working. But like it's not as scalable as I want it to be. It's also again implemented in TypeScript, and I'm not really maintaining it the way anymore that I would like to be. So I was like, you know what? I think this is a good place to start because this is probably our highest priority feature, right? If this feature isn't working, then it like genuinely loses value to the platform, because at that point, streamers feel like they can't rely on it to be able to, get their notifications out to all of their platforms. And again, Quirk is focused on not just sending go lives for one thing, but you'll see here that we can actually send go lives for Discord. We can like change a scene for you. Like we are building a system that's very much focused on like what it is. And if it's an event, then we want to be able to just like react on that event with every kind of, connection we have. And so, so I was like, all right, well, let's start from scratch. We have no way to provide notifications to integrations that exist within Quirk, right? That's basically where we kind of started. And then we talked about what exists. Now, again, I just kind of broke this down a bit, which is that Twitch Event Sub is a API service that is provided by Twitch that gives you two different ways of connecting to it, whether it be WebSockets or webhooks, right? We also looked at webhooks and WebSockets and compared the two. For a little while, we actually started thinking about potentially using WebSockets just because, again, it wouldn't be too terrible to scale if it was just essentially something sitting on one server for a while. And then eventually, if we got to a point where we were like, all right, we can't do webhooks or WebSockets anymore, we'll move to webhooks. But having it decoupleable so we don't really have to worry about in the future, okay, whatever we make this to be, it should not be such an integrated part of the system to where if we remove it and replace it with something else, it's not that big of a deal. However, chat, you ready for this straight up craziness? We found this little problem in the technical documentation right towards the end of the stream, and I went, okay, yep, never mind, we're using webhooks. The main problem with using the WebSocket connection with Twitch an event sub is that they only allow you to do 100 subscriptions per WebSocket connection. To give you an example of what exactly that is, one user has 33 subscriptions right now, and they've already added more. Every time they add a new subscription or endpoint for us to use or work with, we have to add that for every user, right? So in the circumstance where we have, 100 users, and each of them need 33 subscriptions, well, I'll give you the math. I'll let you do the math on that one, but it's a lot. And at least in the sense of how many WebSocket connections we would just happen to open for those specific users, it would be quite a bit. And so, yeah, it just really didn't make sense to use WebSockets at that point. It was just like, you know what? WebSockets are nice, but like they are hard to scale. Again, you can see kind of the pros and the cons that we talked about here. We talked about the pros of webhooks being, stateful, right? A request comes through, it'll either succeed or fail. You can, handle that, right? It's easily scalable, right? It's just a request at the end of the day. What do you do if you need more requests or to handle more requests? Just put another one in the LB and scale it out. You know what I mean? So webhooks in that regard are really easy. One of the biggest downsides of webhooks really is just that it needs a public service, right? So it requires you to not just, have something that can integrate with Twitch, but it also requires you to, potentially have a WAF or a firewall of some sort, an ingress of some sort, and then routing, to your service, right? So I think that's another thing that a lot of people don't think about when they have to host public things. It's like, well, yeah, it has to be public, sure, but you don't want people just hitting the IP address directly of your, node that's running your ingress. You do kind of want a little bit of space between those two. And so, yeah, it being public has a bit more requirements, right? Another reason of why it needed to be public, but made it kind of a con is that this is really just one endpoint. Like it could be more, right? But what we really did, at least for the first implementation, we may not even do this for the second, is we had one simple endpoint of like /Twitch/event, right? And then Twitch sent every event to that. So because it was just one endpoint, I was like, I'll put it in the API service, right? The backend API service, because it's already public, it's already there. However, because they have such separate concerns and how they solve problems and what they do, me coupling those two together really made it so that like if there was downtime in one space, it was down for both, right? But like it's much like this service is much more important than simply just having it available via an API, like a conglomerated API. We need something that's like more separated, more like of a microservice approach. And so that was another thing I really didn't like. I didn't like any time I had to make a change to the API. Basically, I had to clench my butt cheeks and hope that, we wouldn't stop getting events from Twitch or something like that. And I really didn't want to have to deal with that. And that was it. I didn't want to have to create an entire service simply for handling routes. However, now, I'm actually fine with that. I'm totally fine with that. So pros of webhooks, right? Doesn't require a public service, right? You can just run anywhere. You can run it at your house, run it while you're going to the bathroom. I don't know. Just run it wherever you want. Like it doesn't need to be talked to, right? It can go out, connect to the thing and be like, hey, give me the stuff, give me the deets, It's also low latency. Whenever you send a request out over the internet, there's hops that you have to take, right? There's physical node hops, right? Through your routing of your ISP to the, routing of the other person's ISP and then wherever they are. But in a request, there's also like proxy layers and, firewalls and other things that kind of slow down the request a bit. Not too much in the sense that you'd probably really be able to tell, but at scale, as well as having tons of them, you could potentially start to see a bit of a lag there. With WebSockets, it's a literal hose, dude. It's just like open your mouth, and so you just get everything. You get as much as you possibly can, and so it's also low latency in that regard too. There's not as many hops. You've already got the connection open. You just start receiving basically. The cons to WebSockets obviously being that it's not easily scalable. I don't know how many of you work with real-time applications. But when we talk about messaging in real-time applications and then scaling that messaging, pretty much everybody's mind goes to Kafka. And that's because like it's a hard problem to solve. Deduplication of messaging and things like that, and how you route those messages and how you handle them can be very challenging. And when we talk about a circumstance of WebSockets, that's where a lot of that really comes in. When you have two WebSocket connections connected to the same source, you're just going to get those events twice. You know what I mean? Unless you have a way of being able to say like, okay, I want these subscriptions to go to this socket, these subscriptions to go to this socket, so forth and so on. Yeah, and you'd have to make sure you did that. However, you'd lose redundancy, right? Like if you made it so only one WebSocket existed on one service, and then that service potentially went down, then you lost that whole sharded, cluster. So it's not really easily scalable, right? Like having that high availability is a lot more challenging in this regard. It's also stateless, right? WebSockets, basically, again, you just get hit in the face with it. Like you either got it or you didn't. And so, being able to troubleshoot that, debug that can be very challenging. And then there's two other things. Now, these other two things are specific to the Twitch API, again, and us reading through the documentation. The first one was, of course, the limitation of 100 subscriptions for WebSocket. That just straight up was a straight kick in the nards. That one was a bummer. When I read that, I was just like, okay, I actually don't think they want people scaling WebSockets. I really don't. Because I could guarantee you at some point they're going to have more than 100 subscriptions per user. And I don't even know how that would scale. You know what I mean? So from a scale perspective, WebSockets don't really make sense when using Twitch. The other thing that's really interesting is it requires a slow startup. And you might be like, well, what does that mean? So say, for example, I have a WebSocket connection, right? And it's got 33 subscriptions in it, right? One WebSocket connection, one user, right? Say that goes down. Well, if it has to come back up, right? It actually has to go back out and resubscribe 33 times. So before it's ready to actually start receiving events, it has to resubscribe 33 times before it can finish, right? And so think about doing that on a large scale. There would just be this really long delay of like, oh crap, okay, let's, whatever. And it almost makes less sense to try and like start a connection on start and just like be like, all right, start it and then, whatever, just connect them like lazily. I don't know. But yeah, like it would be very difficult to have fast startups and stuff like that, unfortunately, because anytime it would start, it would have to resubscribe to those events. Webhooks, you don't have to do that. Webhooks, you just subscribe once, right? And then you just get it. That's it. Another thing to talk about is reconciliation. So whether this is webhooks or WebSockets, right? The concept is that we have to reconcile and make sure that we have subscriptions, right? Event sub requires many subscriptions, one per event. And it's normally, individually subscribed, right? With webhooks, it's, 33 requests. With WebSockets, it's still 33 requests. And what we would have to do is we would have to check Twitch regularly for missing subscriptions. And there's two parts to that. There's obviously the part that we can look on our end, like, okay, we saved it in our database. We know what we subscribe to. However, there's also the other side, the Twitch side, which is like, hey, Twitch actually knows what it's subscribed to. We need to compare those and like make sure every often we're updating, what we have. And so, yeah, this reconciliation process is a process that's going to have to happen no matter what. And whenever a subscription is missing, then we need a reproducible or would it be reproducible, repeatable, or we need an atomic trigger subscription again. I don't know. But the main idea is that we just want to hit one thing and then it just does that. Like we just go to the same place every time to make that subscription, right? And again, that kind of you might go like, oh, are you talking about Lambdas? Spoiler. Anyways, so uptime is crucial here, obviously. If we don't receive any messages when services are down because of an ingress, that sucks. Again, we can't send go lives, we can't send follows, we can't send, even messages or chats, like in some regards. So uptime is crucial here, right? Now, what's nice is when we compare WebSockets to webhooks, uptime becomes a lot easier with webhooks. Right? Again, WebSockets, it's one fail point. It will be one fail point unless we figure out how to truly scale it. So if we look at it from a webhooks perspective, just plain and simply, uptime being crucial, it's a very attractive way of doing it, right? Reconciliation as well, also. Like if you say like, okay, well with WebSockets, it's a slow startup because we got to resubscribe every time it restarts. Reconciliation also becomes a lot easier because you just subscribe once with your webhook, and then you just pull Twitch every 5 minutes or something like that, and then make sure everything's updated, right? So reconciliation becomes a lot simpler with webhooks as well. So what are our goals, right? We've looked at some stuff. We've kind of like thought about, you know, what we want, and we've compared our things, and we still didn't really know what exactly we wanted yet. So we talked about what our goals are, right? So our goals are to receive events from Twitch individually, right? Run a single process for each event, right? And so that's the big first really big goal here is I want to just throw a message at something and it be able to process it. And if I throw 1,000 messages at it, it should be able to scale to that. Right. And I don't want to have to manage a service or anything like that. Like I just want something I can just hit. It's it's reproducible every time. It'll reproduce the same, expected result every time. And it's something that can, again, easily scale. And so one of the things that we're doing with this rewrite, I want to be clear, is instead of running more services in the cloud, we would prefer to run things when they are needed, right? And keep things that are running 24/7 only when required. Right. And so the concept here is like we're trying to go as serverless with this rebuild as humanly possible. Right. If we can use Lambdas or other kind of event systems and stuff like that to be able to process that. And again, if you guys have worked with distributed systems before, you might have minds already of what we might be building here. But the main point is that, yeah, we don't like an API. Even potentially doesn't have to be online 24/7. You could create Lambdas for an API. It really just depends, right? Whereas like a WebSocket, that really does kind of require you to have a process that's running all the time or, something like that. So one of our biggest goals with Quirk is to make sure that we're only running 24/7 when we need to be. That's it. And we're only paying for that time when we need it, right? Another thing that's really important is that outside of running a single process for each event, right, we also want to run multiple tasks in a sequence on that event, right? So the idea is like I just told you, like if a go live happens in Twitch Quirk can receive that and it can send a Discord message. It can change the lights for us. It can send a tweet for us. It can do other things in the future. You know what I mean? And so the main point of us saying this is that we need a way of having not just being able to handle events, but we also need like multiple triggers, right? We want to be able to say, like, okay, we're going to have this event fire, and when it does, it'll trigger this and this and this and this. And then when that's done, it'll fire an event, and then this and this and this. This will happen, right? So the idea of being able to like, have these events happen in a sequence as well is very important. And so we talk about that a bit here where we say when a go live happens, the following steps must occur. Receive the event to process for the channel, right? Download the Twitch preview and image and store it in S3, right? And then run the following in parallel to notify, right? And so we have this sequence to parallelism that we actually are achieving where we say like, okay, first we want to receive the event. We want to have whatever process needs to download the Twitch preview image and then store it, have that store it, right? And then finally run the following in parallel to notify. So then we maybe have like other processes that do this, right? Don't worry about the suggestions here. We talked about some other things, but I'm going to go ahead and now show you what we built yesterday. Okay. So we did spend some time building this out. And like I told you, I work with workflows a lot and charts and stuff like that. And so this is just a common thing for me. And our stream, I guess I should say. Sorry, I'm trying to pull it up here. Okay. Now, before you guys like start asking a bunch of questions, let me just go over the whole thing here. Okay. There we go. So this is what we designed last stream. Let's see if you guys can. There we go. And we did make some opinions around this. Okay, so I'm gonna break this down for you now, and we're gonna compare it to the problems that we're trying to solve. Right. So the first problem we want to solve here is that we need to be able to receive events from Twitch sub individually. Right. And we said that we had two options here. We either had WebSockets or webhooks. Right. Well, after comparing the two, the other stream, our last stream, it basically was decided that WebSockets or webhooks, are going to be the best solution. We want to be able to scale. We also want to maybe be able to make it highly available and all these other nice things. So in this sense, this here is where we do our webhooks, right? So what we decided is that this, at least for now, would be an API, right? I don't know if I want to have serverless API stuff yet. We'll see, but for the time being, at least, we're just gonna make this a simple service that can receive requests. Mostly because it's something that is supposed to be pretty interoperable. So what I want you to notice is I want you to notice first the Twitch API right here, right? So this is the Twitch API, and this is essentially what we will get all of our events from, right? Once that comes through, it will hit a load balancer in our virtual private cloud, right? So that means that we'll have an ingress of some sort that it will go to, the Twitch API will go to, and then that load balancer will route it to the Twitch event sub backend. Now, again, this could become serverless. Like, this could become, you know, and I'm just going to say this really quickly for anyone out there who uses Amazon. Amazon has this thing called, what's it called? API Gateway. I have heard it is complete and utter. I don't know if I want to use it, but I can tell you that one of the things that does already bug me just about this part is I know that we could make this like a route that is just serverless of some sort. You can use, but yeah, like this, like if we can turn this into serverless as well, I'm down. That's all I'm trying to say. However, we need to handle a route here. The main point is that right here, right, we're handling a route, right? So we need to be able to handle like a / event route of some sort that will come from Twitch, right? And so this will need to go to a load balancer of some sort, right? And then it will have this post event. Now, again, if this can go to a Lambda, awesome. I'm down for it. I don't really care. But what's going to happen is once this post event goes and is received by the backend that handles this, what we've decided to do, and again, there's a lot of spoilers here, we've decided to use Amazon Event Bridge. Now, give me a 1 in chat. Give me a 1 in chat really quickly if you guys know what distributed event buses are. Or really just event buses. Give me a 1 in chat if you know what an event bus is. You might know because we talked about it last stream as well. Okay, so a good amount of you guys know what an event bus is. Okay. So for any of you who don't, the TLDR on what an event bus is yeah, it's a bus. Yeah, exactly. Let me try and break it down in a simpler model here. Okay. So if I, for example, wanted to handle a process of some sort, any kind, right? I need something that can handle that, right? So say for example, this is my container, right? So this is my first process, okay? Now, say we're just gonna say a user somehow goes out and triggers this first I almost said Kafka because I read it in chat. This first bus, right? Somehow they trigger this first process, right? Fantastic. Now in this scenario, this is easy. It's very simple. Person triggers first process. No problem, right? It gets trickier though when we want to add a second process to this. So say for example, the first process then has another process that handles after that. And so you would probably think, okay, well, let's just do this. Let's run the first process. And then after that first process finishes, we'll run the second process, right? And this could be, again, this could be a Lambda. It could be whatever. And then we say like, okay, well, that's cool and all, but like we need to add something else. All right, well, let's just add another one of those things, right? So now we've got first, second, right? And we've got third as well, right? The problem with this design is that it's, for starters, very difficult to maintain. What happens when you take something out of the chain, right? You then have to figure out how to restack everything else essentially, as well as make sure that the first node can pass then to this third node without, having any kind of issues, right? So that becomes a problem. Yeah, it's basically distributed spaghetti. There's also dependencies here. How do you know which one fired? Where was the last jump? What was the last thing that happened, right? All these kind of things. these problems become very difficult when we try solving it this way. So you might say like, all right, BG, that's cool. That's a problem. But like, why not just use queues, right? Queues are easy. Why not just put them behind queues? Okay, well, let's do that. So we're going to say, we're going to grab a queue. We'll say, oh, good God, that is a big queue. Was not ready for that. That queue hit me in the face. So say like, all right, we put a queue here, right? Put a queue here. Put a queue here. Right? So queue. And then we try it again. Right? We say, okay, as a user, I'm going to go out. I'm going to trigger the first process. Right? I don't know why it's like default. Oh, you know what? Because I normally work in dark mode by default. And so that's why it's trying to do everything default. Right? So say we do the same thing. We say, okay, cool. Well, it's the same problem. It's just using queues, right? Now this process has to go here and drop a message in this queue, right? And then this message has to go and do the same thing, right? Same thing. Now, there's a little bit of help here, I guess you get, in the sense that you get a queue. You could have like a dead letter queue here. So at least if you got a message, you might be able to process or handle with it the way, handle it a specific way. But this also just becomes spaghetti, right? So we kind of thought about this a bit as an engineering world and realized that this just doesn't really work. There's something going on here that we're not seeing that could make this easier, right? And this was the birth of the event bus, okay? Now, when we talk about an event bus, the first thing we have to do is we have to talk about the bus itself, okay? Now, we're going to get rid of all this. We're going to get rid of all this, and we're just going to talk about this bus. So this bus is normally an HTTP interface of some sort, you make a request to it, right? A post request, whatever. And what it's designed to do is it's designed to listen for events. Okay, so we're not talking about requests here, right? We're talking about something just happened. React, right? So again, we're not saying, okay, now you do this, now you do this, now you do this, now you do that, right? We're getting rid of that mentality entirely, and we're saying something just happened. That's it. That's all the event bus really does. It just says, hey, something just happened. Yeah, file got dumped into S3, right? Backup just finished, whatever. So when we do that, we then start trying to connect processes to it. And we say like, okay, well, when the event bus happens, let's say that the first process is triggered to the event of, oh, I think one of my boys just coughed. Something, right? Something. Or event dot something. Right. So say in this scenario, our first process is event.something. Right. So as a user, I say, okay, well, event.something just happened. Right. Or a program may say it as well. Whatever. But you get the point. So something just happened. It goes out to the event bus and it says something. Yeah, sure. Foo. That makes sense. It's smaller. Good call. So we say event.foo, right? Okay, cool. Well, when event.foo is received by the event bus, it broadcasts out, right? And basically what happens is any process that listens for this event will then get triggered, okay? So in a one-to-one scenario where the user needs to just trigger one event, it looks a lot similar to our initial thing that I showed you, right? Because it's really just one thing. However, when we add a second process to this, right? What we do is we say, okay, well, guess what? When this other event happens, right? Let me move this a little bit. I'm like designing this in real time, okay? So give me a break. This will be event.bar, right? Now, here's where it gets really fun. What if the third process could actually also do something for event.foo, but not do something for event.bar? well, all we have to do is we have to tell it, hey, you also listen on event.foo. So what happens? At this point, if a user goes out to do event.foo, event.foo is going to go out to the message bus. Message bus is going to broadcast and say, hey, anything that's listening on event.foo, run. Cool. Okay. Those two run. Now, what happens if we want event.bar to run? Right? How do we make event.bar run after event.foo? How would we do that? Right? Well, technically, all we really have to do is just go to the event bus one more time and say, okay, well, we said event.foo happened. Well, now we also want event.bar to happen. And I'm showing you from this angle first because I want you to see how it's triggered, right? And so we could have event.foo, maybe one of these processes trigger it, where we could say, okay, well, once this is done, then we say basically done. Right? And so instead of it being here, then we say event.bar. Right? Now, what's different here is that you'll notice that this is like a circle. Right? Things go out, they process things, and then other things get triggered again and they process things. Things happen, trigger, process, repeat. This is an event bus. This is basically how an event bus works. Right? Now, what we're going to do is we're going to say like, okay, when event dot, online, right? This will be online. This will be online. And then like maybe this will be like, online.discord. And so what we can say, and again, I'm not even saying this is exactly how we're going to do it, but what we can say is we could say, all right, well, whenever event online happens, we fire technically here, let's do this. We'll say this is our first process. This is actually our Twitch image downloader, right? We'll say that this is our Twitch image downloader. So when this happens, right, the Twitch image downloader runs its process, and then we say event.downloaded. I don't know, something like that. Like, again, whatever. So whenever downloaded happens, then we say downloaded and downloaded. Right? And so again, what's going to happen... Oh, whoops. There we go. So what's going to happen is event.online is going to trigger, and here, we'll even make this so you guys can visually see it a little easier. Right? Event.online is going to trigger, right? And then downloaded will be its own event, right? And then these will be responses to that event. Oh, whoops, I made it blue. My bad. So do you guys see the routing? Did you mean to pin? Here, I got it. I don't know why he pinned that. Yo, Felix, thank you for the 10K rep up, my dude. Thank you. And for randomly pinning a message in chat. You're good. Match event. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and honestly, that's one of the reasons why I'm slightly interested in using Rust. But yeah, so anyways, chat. This essentially is how an event bus works. And this is essentially what we're building. Right, so if we go back here, what's going to happen is when this post event is received by the event sub backend, right? Because we have to translate this into an event bridge event that we can process, right? So we're going to basically receive this somehow, and we're going to, manipulate that data a bit, change it a bit so that it, it's a little bit more in what the form what we need, and then we're going to drop it on the event bridge, right? It'll just get dropped on the event bus. Right. We also talked about the reconciliation. Oh, I'm sorry. Before I get into the reconciliation. So it gets popped on the event bus. What happens? So again, Twitch API goes out to the load balancer with a post request That post request is then forwarded to the service, right? Whether it be a Lambda, API gateway, or a backend service that's just running, right? But it passes off that post event, right? So once it passes off that post event, it gets that data, changes it, drops it on the bus, right? Puts it on EventBridge. Once EventBridge happens, we are now in event world. We have walked out of HTTP route world, and now we are in event world. And so what happens? Well, the first event that should trigger is like the stream.online, right? So say this is the stream online event. So stream online event handles the process of whenever we get a stream online notification, firing the Lambda function that downloads Twitch previews, right? So Lambda function fires when stream online event happens. Okay, cool. And then we go ahead and we go out, we download the image, we put it in simple storage, right? And then that is behind a CloudFront distribution and Amazon CloudFront, right? So basically what happens is the immediate moment that we add a file to the bucket, it immediately becomes highly available behind a CDN and easily accessible, right? Bam, done, right? Second thing. Okay, cool. Now that's done. That's done. Awesome. So what do we do now? Well, technically what we want to do is we want to handle for stream online downloaded, right? Download or maybe Twitch preview, or, whatever. But something here that can say like, we now know that we've downloaded the thing, right? Once we know that, then we can fire the Discord message and the Twitter message, right? The Twitter message lambdas, because now we know that it's done. We can now send off the messages, right? We can embed the Discord message with its image. We can embed the Twitter message with its image if we need to. And then we send those off to those APIs. Discord API, Twitter API, right? Now, you should be able to understand basically how this works, right? Again, Twitch API load balancer thingy processes it for us, drops it on the event bus. Once it's on the event bus, it just keeps going around that event bus until everything is done. That's it. Just goes in circles. Okay, cool. Anything else happen? Anything else happen? Anything else happen? No. So Twitch's CDN, when you're not online, that image is not there. Yeah. And we want to provide a better experience than that. So we download your preview and store it. Yeah. Okay, cool. So you understand now how we're going to process events, right? So there's one other thing we had to talk about really quickly, which was reconciliation. We said, okay, that's great that we need we have a way of processing events, but we also need a way of making sure that these subscriptions are saved. So what does that look like in our event bus world? Well, first off, we need a cron. We need some kind of service that runs every 5-10 minutes, whatever interval we tell it to. And that cron is going to go out to Twitch, right? And look up subscriptions. However, it's also going to go out to a serverless database solution and make sure to be able to match the two. Now, I'm not going to go into this. I'm not going to go into this right now, okay? I have no desire to go into talking about what serverless implementation or whatever. We don't even know if this is going to be true. It may just end up being an RDS database at the end of the day. However, as I said, if I can figure out a way to make it so that most of Quark is serverless, I'm going to do that. I really think that would be a cool, powerful thing to do. So we'll see what happens, but yeah, this is basically going to need to go to some kind of database and check to see, okay, well, what do we have? And then what are we missing, right? And so once it does that, it will fire multiple events called event sub expired, right? Now, event sub expired is to handle and have a listener whenever we have an event sub subscription that has expired. And so what that means is now we just need to have event sub expired trigger our Lambda function down here, right? Whenever that happens. And so, yeah, basically what happens then is that goes out to the Twitch API and tells it, hey, we need to resubscribe. And then the Twitch API comes back over here, hits the ingress, and then subscribes and does all that good stuff. And that's the whole circle. So that is what we're building, chat. This is basically what we are building today. Well, not today, but this is what we're starting to build today and what we're going to be continually working on. Shouldn't event sub expired happen before the expiry? Messages would be lost in the interim. So right now, I'm going to be fair with you. That logic is probably not as tight as it could be in the sense of like making sure there's no consistency errors, right, Jono? I think that's more of what you're basically focused on is consistency errors. Yeah, right now it's basically if we go out to the Twitch API and it's not there, right? We just basically say, all right, just trigger something and take care of it. The way we solve for it is the reconciliation. So if it doesn't get registered that first time, right, it'll then get registered the next time. So that's basically how we rubber band, or we, put a band-aid on that one is we would, if it keeps failing after like multiple reconciliations, then like maybe something else has to be done. Does BFF mean something other than best friends forever? Yeah, dude, it's the API's best friends forever. No, it's a back end for front end. Yeah. It helps you better define your services because you can have many backends, but you may not always have the same type of backend, right? Backend for front end just kind of makes it more specific to what it's doing. It's a BFF. It's something that's giving support to a front end. Exactly. Yeah, it's an API exclusively for your front end. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right, so here's what I want to do, chat. Here's what I want to do really quickly. We're about an hour into the stream, and we've actually been kicking some serious I'm going to take a super quick break. I'm going to get up real fast, and I'm going to go to the bathroom. And then when I get back, we're going to jump into this, okay? Now, here's the thing. I want to start here. And you might be like, BG, why do you want to start here when you can't even accept requests yet? Here's why, chat. If you work backwards, then you can troubleshoot the whole system easier because you've got every other piece that you need, right? But if you start from the front, you have to figure out, okay, I built this. All right, now I got to build that. 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 Okay, cool. Now we can test everything, right? Whereas if we start from the back and work our way forward, right? We can create the Lambda function, test it, make sure it's working, verify it's working. And then after we move that, then we can connect it to EventBridge, right? And then once we connect it to EventBridge, we can test that, make sure that's working. All that's good. Okay, cool. So we know now that the Lambda's firing and doing everything it needs to be, as well as that it's set up with EventBridge. Okay, cool. Now what do we do? Now we have two pieces already solved for and done, right? I don't have to go, oh, well, I need something else. Right? So then I've got those two pieces done. Now I can go to the processor, or basically the consumer, I guess. This might be better called as like a consumer. Let's call this a consumer because that's really what this is. This is a consumer of events that are going to be through HTTP requests. So this is really going to be some type of consumer that we will create. Once the consumer is created, then we can send an emulated event, right, to the consumer, which will then send it to EventBridge and then process it as it should, right? So again, that is a much better approach to development because then I can test every single part of the flow while I'm building, right? It becomes easier to debug and verify that things are working. And this is how I really, really recommend building your software this way. Don't start at the front. Start at the back and then work your way forward so that once you're at the front, you can see everything in front of you and test it all at once, right? So it's, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, let me go to the bathroom really quickly. I'm going to run an ad while I do take my little break here. If you guys don't know why we run ads, we basically run ads because Twitch wants us to, and we only run ads while we take breaks so that you guys don't have to see them. However, we do have to run 3-minute ads because we don't run ads at any other time, so we kind of have to run the most expensive ones. So just like mute the stream or something, or go look at the YouTube. Go check out the YouTube for the next 3 minutes, okay? And I'll be back. Like I said, I'm gonna take a super quick break. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Remember, if you are new to the channel, be sure to check out that little blurb about us. We are a co-hosted stream by me as well as my good friend Atoda. Be sure to check out the Discord as well as the social medias and the YouTubes and all that. All right, give me a sec. You can check out all that stuff while I'm away. All right, give me a break. I'll be right back. I'm gonna take a super quick little coder break. See you in a second. All right, listen, I gotta say this, and I gotta be as from the heart as I can on this. For everybody who just sat through those ads, you are beautiful. You're amazing. And I thank you for doing that. Because honestly, I hate having to run them. I do. Twitch is like really getting weird about it. All right. So chat, check it out. As I just said, I want to start from the back and work our way forward. And we're going to start with the Lambda function, basically. All right. So let's describe the Lambda function, all right? We're going to do this. We're going to make a new technical design, right? And now this one's going to be a bit smaller. This one's going to be a bit smaller. So we'll say page and we'll say Twitter Twitter what is it? The Twitter sorry, not Twitter. Twitch embed. No, sorry. Preview storer. Downloader. There we go. Problem. We have no way to store to download and store Twitch previews for notifications. Okay? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of start here a little bit by just simply saying, like, what do we need? Right? What do we need? So we need something that can look up streams in Twitch API, right? We need something that can look up streams in the Twitch API. The reason for that is because, and again, I'm pretty experienced with the Twitch, like all this stuff. So if you're just like, how in the is he pulling that out of his? It's because I've worked with this API quite a bit already. And so if we go to this API, which is the Twitch one, and we go to reference, there we go. In here, we should find something about getting Twitch streams. Get stream, whisper, users, streams, get streams. Yeah, you have to do it by plural. And so what you do is you get a Twitch stream, and then in it, I'll zoom in a little bit here so you guys can see. Oh, geez. In it is, see if I can move this even. Get streams. There we go. Right here, so you guys can see. Yeah, there you go. So in this response, we actually get the thumbnail URL. So we're gonna say look up streams in Twitch API to find thumbnail URL. Okay. After we get the thumbnail URL, then we have to download the image and store it in S3. Right? For CDN. Now, we don't have the CDN part set up yet, but that's okay. We don't have to test that yet. That's more of that's a different part of the system. So it's okay that that's not there, but we do need something that can look up streams in Twitch API to find the thumbnail URL and then download the image and store it in S3 for the CDN. We also, I guess we don't need to worry about this now, but we optionally need to update event. What is it called? Event Bridge? Is that what it's called? I can't remember what this thing is called. Yeah, Event Bridge. Event Bridge when complete, right? And so I don't know if this one has to be done or not, but remember, if we go back to our design, we've said that after this happens, this stream, this Twitch preview is downloaded, we want to go back to the event bus and basically say, hey, that just finished. So that when that just finished, we can listen for that event next, right? And so when that just finished happens, then we can send our Discord message and our Twitter message because, again, we already know and have verified that that just happened. Again, event buses, man, they're awesome. Couldn't you just reuse that URL and let Twitch host it? So yeah, somebody else said that earlier. They do not exist when you are offline. So that is a temporary thing. And they do not exist when you are offline. So for example, if you were to go into our announcements, you'll see that all of ours work. But if you click on it and then you click open in browser, it's actually going to give you an API, quirk tools, That's because this is our URL, which stays online all the time, so that you get this like sweet, like this is like, so one of the reasons why I really wanted to do this is because I wanted this channel to be pretty, right? So when people looked at it, they were at least like, oh, this is interesting. Like what's going on, And so I wanted these to always be there. I've been in other Discords where they have this feature, but this image basically just breaks, you know. And this is so much nicer, you know. Especially like for us actually, it's really not as helpful because you really just see our intro like normal, so you'll know that like our intro's running, right? But like that's a real live capture from the stream. Like that's you know, that's not just like us embedding this picture. That's, you know, could we make it a GIF? We could. So technically, and here's the cool thing about our event system, right? Hold on. So what's cool about our event system, right, is that whole concept again of, I didn't just show my messages, did I? I don't think I did, right? I think I pulled it over when it was already in announcements. Did I? No, I don't think I did. Let me look real quick. Yeah, no, I didn't. Okay. That's what I thought. Losing my dadgum mind. Okay. So yeah, so basically, again, that event will get broadcasted and it will send it out to the others. EventBridge is so gross when I last worked with it. Why do you use it? I've never used it before. Why is it gross? Okay, so this is a pretty simple service, right? This needs to be deployed to a Lambda, right? So we could say like infrastructure, right? And we'll say this will be ran as a Lambda, eventually behind EventBridge, right? So what we know is that this will be ran as a Lambda. So like, you know, for most of it, it's pretty simple. Now here's a question, chat. Here's a question, right? Right now, I don't see any heavy requirements, right? I don't see any heavy requirements around any specific language here, right? Looking up streams in a Twitch API, I mean, that's pretty simple, right? That's a request. Like that's a simple HTTP request. Download the image and store it in S3. That is actually going to require the AWS client, right? AWS client. So if we decide to pick a language, we might want to pick a language that has good support with the AWS client, right? And we're also going to need to update EventBridge. So technically this is also AWS client too. Although this wouldn't have to be, right? Like this, we could just make a request to their API directly, but it would probably make more sense to, you know, to just use the AWS client here. Lambda may not support your image. I would imagine they would support most of it. But again, let's take a look, right? Like that's why we're asking ourselves these questions, right? So I'm going to put this out there. Language options, right? Or languages, right? And I'll say, I definitely either want to look at Go or Rust. Now, I know for a fact that like fully supported. I'm pretty confident all of this is fully supported. I'm pretty sure you can run Go in infrastructure or in Lambdas. And yeah, it does support Docker images. I know that for a fact too. You can run Rust. Can you? They made a big point of it. Okay. All right. But yeah, I do know that Go is fully supported for all of these. We can make a request in Go very easily. We can download an image, right? And actually, we actually kind of we need to separate. Download the image from Twitch. And so this would be a request. And then store preview image in. And here's the thing to note. To store preview image in memory to S3 for CDN, right? So we need something that will also make sure that we don't have to download something and then like put it somewhere. It needs to be in memory, right? This needs to be an in-memory transfer from the request directly to S3, right? Oh, hi, Chris. Hi, buddy. How's it going? Shout out to CM Griffin. How you doing? This will be run as, okay, cool. All right. So I guess the question we have to ask ourselves, AWS Lambda runtime. Let me look. Is it a Docker file? This package makes it easier and written in Rust. This workspace includes multiple crates. Lambda runtime provides runtime for applications written in Rust. HTTP's library makes it easy to write Go proxy. Oh, nice. Okay. So what you're saying, Chad, is that we're probably going to write this in Rust. Yes. I wanted to anyway, so that's fine. Listen, I love Go, dude. I love Go, but I really loved building build config. I had a lot of fun building build config. And if you guys don't remember, we were building that like a couple days ago. That was our build CLI tool. And I just, dude, it was so easy. Go is the same option. You build a flag for no RPC. Okay, gotcha. Oh, you're talking about no, it hooks in RPC directly. Gotcha. What's up, Standard Robot? How's it going? All right, so let's look at this. Let me zoom in a little bit. I'm like slightly cold in my office. I might go turn on the heater, dude. It's a little chilly in here. All right, so the preferred way to install Cargo Lambda is by using a package manager. You mean Nix? Sure. Cargo Lambda? Cargo Lambda. Do we have it? Oh, I love Nix. I love Nix, man. I love it. No, I just use Nix. I told you I joined the Nix cult like 6 months ago. How are you now? Good, and you? Not so bad. Real chaos mode, compile for ARM64 and run it on ARM lambdas. I mean, we could. What is that? Would that be cheaper? Is that why you're saying that? Because if you run it on ARM, it's cheaper? Because I mean, if that's the case, I'm down for a challenge. Is it pricier? Oh, well, I'm not going to do that, you big old dummy. Why would I make it more expensive? Okay, so here we go. Let's look. Your first function. To create your first function, run cargo lambda with subcommand new. This command will generate Rust package with the initial source code. All right, let's give it a shot. I'm down. Now, here, what we'll do is we'll say that to make it so we don't just like go off on a tangent here and just end up building the whole thing in Rust, which will probably happen, chat. That's probably what is about just to happen. But we'll say that we'll prototype it to see, because we know that Go is fully supported, but I want to prototype this. I want to see, this will help me understand how much we can and how often we can use Rust in Quirk. I think it'll help me a lot with that. So yeah. All right. So here's the thing too, chat. Guess what? We can use Nix. All right, development. Okay, so build configs is a thing. What do I want to call this? So we have another opportunity now, chat, which is what in the major are we going to call the repository? So I like keeping the standardizations that we do. I guess we could just do like Quirk Lambda Twitch preview. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I like that. Quirk Lambda Twitch, because like we have workers, but workers were connected to queues, right? So that's what the difference between worker and like backend, for example, is like backend is just something that sits there all the time and takes requests. Okay, yeah, I like that. Oh, snippety snap. Hold on, I got to do it their way. All right, so here, let's do this. Nix shell, Nix packages. What was the thing that they wanted me to do? Oh, here, let me open this inside the VM. So it's a little easier. Snippety snap. All right, let's open this too. All right, cool. Cargo Lambda. That's what they want us to not install, but that's what they want us to add to the shell. Cargo Lambda. Okay. Cargo Lambda. Now, if you guys don't know what the beautiful power of Nix is, I'm about to shine its glory into your life. Nix is basically three things. It's a language, it is a package manager, and it is an operating system. Right now, you are seeing me use the package manager version of it, which basically, in a very, very simple way, very simple description, is kind of like homebrew. Nix basically is able to go out into its package manager, evaluate the package you may want, build it locally, and then inject it into your shell. And so in the sense of Cargo, where like it downloads something locally and then like adds it for your environment, it basically does the same thing. Now it does a lot more than that. It does a lot more than that, chat. It is a very, very powerful package manager. It knows how to build packages. It knows how to ship packages. It knows how to reproduce packages. And so I'm just showing you the tip of the iceberg here, which is I'm telling Nix, hey, I want you to add from Nix packages cargo Lambda. And so now if I do cargo Lambda, you should see that now I have it, versus if I open this shell and I do cargo Lambda, I do not have it. All right, so we're going to do cargo Lambda. Interesting. Okay, cool. New. And then we will call this quirk Lambda Twitch preview. Is this function an HTTP function by an API gateway, Amazon load balancer, or Lambda URL? No, right? Because this would be managed by event bus, right? So no. Oh, cargo command. Oh, I got you. I got you. Thank you, Jono. I just realized what we did. Should I say no here? Because it's not. It's technically with event bridge, right? What's up, 5G technician? Can you also add versions when you create ad hoc shell with 2 to 3 packages? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Once you get to a point where like you really want that level of flexibility, that's when you like add it. It's a permission. Thank you, Moo Gleason. Thank you. I appreciate that. And then I almost hit yes because I'm a dummy. Thank you, Moo Gleason. Let me do the opposite of what we just said. It is not an HTTP function. Event type that receives this function. Oh, we're defining the event type. Okay, I see. Which should I use? Code deploy, CloudWatch, Chime. Leave it blank if you don't want to use any event from AWS Lambda's crate. CloudWatch events? That's what would be from EventBridge, which is EventBridge. Oh, interesting. Tab to autocomplete. Got it. Thank you, guys. You guys are better than ChatGPT, man, because I can actually talk to you as well and have a conversation. ChatGPT is so mean. It just gives me its answer and then says, leave me alone. I got to go talk to other people. Sorry. Is there a VOD for the build config stream? Yes. So Musty Dugong. If you go to our channel on the Twitches, you go to our channel on the Twitches right here. You click on this guy and then you go to videos. You can see all of our previous VODs, and it's one of these. I can't remember which one. Or if you go to our YouTube, you can also look at old VODs on the second YouTube, and also make sure to subscribe. Yeah, it is NNN. Yeah, good eye. That is NNN. As a matter of fact, that is exactly what it is. Good eye. What's up, Beat Watcher? The Chad Life, how's it going? I'm a language model trained on you. Leave us alone. We're going to talk to other people. Either that or you guys are the most complex AI that just loves talking to itself. And creating alter egos. You know what I mean? Like that. Either you're all real, or you're just like the most complex AI that's ever made, also like had schizophrenia. Didn't they make wasn't there a Rick and Morty episode based off of that? Cool. Okay. So we've got it. So AWS Lambda events. What are we using here? Actually, here, let's get rid of this. I can't. That's in the way. Use AWS. Oh, weird. The formatting there was like funky. Okay, this is the main body for the function. Write your code inside of it. There are some code examples in the following. Okay, so we can get rid of all that. Oh, don't delete that though. Useful information from the request. Extract some useful information. Oh, okay. So it'd be the event. So it'd be like event dot whatever. Okay. Tracing subscriber. Tracing subscriber? Utilities for implementing and composing tracing subscriber is a framework for implementing Rust programs to collect. Oh, okay, I see. So it's diagnostics. Okay. Disable printing. Disabling time is you can disable time. Holy crap. Hey, Juice, what's up? Shout out to Juicebox here. How's it going? How are you? How's life, Juice? There we go. That's you. Oh, that's the wrong shout out. I mean, that's a good shout out too, but that's not the shout out I meant to use. Meant to use this one. There we go. Is a Ryzen 5 7600 good enough process? Oh yeah, dude. You can program on your phone, technically. There are people genuinely who program on their cell phones. What a shout out. Oh, I mean, oh wow, shout out. Yeah, of course. What do you mean? Do you want me to remove it? I can remove it if you'd rather not. The Happy Face or project, how's it going? Hello, hello. How are you, Juiso? How's everything? I hope everything's good in your side of the world. Disable printing the name of the module in every log line. What? Disable printing the name of the module in every log line. Does that mean I should disable this? Sets whether an event's target is displayed. Oh, I see. It's disabled. Okay, I see. Oh. Disabling time is handy because CloudWatch will add the ingestion time. Oh, okay, I see. I'm okay. How are you? I'm good. I'm good. You know, hanging in there, figuring out this whole life thing, and trying not to also need to be, you know, just completely incapacitated. Bro, I actually started learning programming on my phone at a telemarketing job, and now I work at a software dev. Oh, dude, I love that. That is awesome. What kind of phone did you use? Can you tell me? I've always been curious to know, like, what people's setups are on their phones. Like, what software? Like, did you, like, how did you run? That was at least convincing. I'm all right. I'm okay. Nah, I'm all right. I'm doing okay. I'm good. Listen, let's put it this way. I have no reason to complain. You know, that. If I programmed on my phone, I would use an online IDE like Replit. Interesting. For how long have you been using the Moonlander? I've been using it for like 2 years now, honestly, Carlos. Yeah, I got it a while ago. I really love it. It took me about 6 months to transition to it, though. Okay, sorry, we got a little distracted there. So, okay, so basically, this is our Lambda. Let's do this. I think what would be good is for us to actually test it, right? To make sure we running, right? We running. I think that's just kind of what I want to do, right? I just kind of want to like test it and make sure that we can like reproduce everything, you know? So we've got it set up. Oh, yo, Crozita, thank you for the Prime sub, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you for those Bezos buckies. Thank you. I'll take his money. Any of it. All of it. As much as I can get. Thank you. Thank you. Building and deploying your Lambda functions. If you already have Cargo installed on your machine, then the next command you can do is cargo lambda build release. There are other ways you can do the AWS CLI. Okay, so when you build it, build your Lambda functions. We recommend you use Amazon as a runtime, build release to build your Lambdas. Why are they including ARM? Why would they make that the default, like, why? But like, because they talk to me. Literally all my money is Bezos money. That's true. Yeah, you basically, yeah, you're living that life, Ollie. ARM is 60. Is it cheaper? Is it actually cheaper? Or are we just messing around here? Also, here's another question. I'm down for that. That's fine. But can I run it if it's built for ARM? Like if I build this for ARM right now, am I going to be able to test it as well? Oh, I love Go. I found the stream searching Go. Yes, we do Go here as well as Rust. Right now we're doing Rust though. But yeah, no, we're doing a complete rewrite to a platform that we built. And so we're going to be jumping back and forth between Go and Rust and stuff like that. Yeah. You can't run it anyways. What do you mean you can't run it anyways? Deploying. Oh, they're talking about deploying it. Yeah, no, I want to test it. Serverless from. Alternatively, you can build a Rust Lambda function using serverless Rust plugin. Wait, no, that's. Wait, what? Where is the? Oh, thank you. Okay, this is where I wanted to be. Testing unit integration changes. Cargo Lambda provides a local server that emulates the control plane. This server works on Windows, and your root Lambda project run Cargo Lambda start to start your server. Your function will be compiled, and when the server receives the first request to process, use the subcommand invoke to send request. Oh, that's fancy. Is it not good? Like, that sounded nice. I mean, that sounded like exactly what I need. Like, is it bad or something? Like, let's just try it. All right, so Cargo Lambda start. I'll do that one on the right. Cargo. Oh, I gotta re-add Cargo Lambda to my shell. There we go. Cargo Lambda. Cool. Cargo Lambda start. Invoking server listening on 9,000. Cargo Lambda invoke. No data payload. Oh, I have to give it data. Data example. Requires a value. Oh. Does it like, okay. Hold on. I hate writing JSON. Hello. Chat. I forgot that there was a border there. I was like, why did that just go to the other line? But yeah, there's a border there. What? Hold on. Okay, that's weird. I think, why did it do this? Rewrite, reason for rewrite? No, it's we're going to be preparing for a release of the beta, like TwitchCon this year. Like full release, rewrite, top down, new domain, or new, like everything, yeah. I think I did something wrong, chat. Okay, data example requires a value, but none was supplied. Hi. Yeah, this doesn't seem to be working. I don't think it is. I looked through it. It's just all domains. There's nothing in here confidential. Is it passing a JSON file? I don't know. Like, I failed to download example from... Oh, it's failing to download the example. That's the problem. Ugh, all right, whatever. We just won't use the data example. That's the problem. It's public. It's just the data example sucks. Okay, here, hold on. Let me just make a quick file. New file, example.json. Here we go. Here, I got it. It's fine. I got it. Hello, chat. Because that's the new hello world. Okay. Go back here. Invoke data file example. Got it. Holy crap. Swag. All right. That was cool. Where'd we go? Where's my print? What? Missing field time. Error lambda invoke. Okay. Something happened. Missing field time. Oh, maybe I need to, maybe in dev you need the time, right? That was like a thing. Git init. Hold on, let me do a git init in this directory. Yeah, but it didn't process it. Missing field time. Yeah, it says time at line 3, column 1. So does that, I don't know what that means. Main. You probably have to match the event schema from EventBridge. Oh, yeah, you're probably right, Oh, that sucks. Yeah, you're probably right. That makes total sense. That would make total sense. Dude, does the data example really not freaking work? Now that data example like really helps. Requires a value, but none was supplied. Oh, did I not get another help? Wait, what? Example payload from AWS. Oh, it's because I probably have to like grab one of the example names. That's probably what it is. Let's take a look really quickly. We'll figure this out. Yeah, this looks right. I don't know why it's like, oh, maybe they changed. Oh, dude, did this guy like just change his name or something? Because look. That's interesting. This might not work. This might be like updated. Creates world logic, cogen, alerts. Nope. Nope. I think GitHub serves as 301. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. Because it says example payload from Legnito AWS events. But otherwise, yeah, I just gotta go like get a AWS Lambda events. I mean, this looks like this is the right thing. I just don't know what I'm looking for. Example payload from AWS Lambda events. Oh, wait, no, this is, I mean, again, outside of it being just a different name, which, again, looks like it got indexed. It got recently changed. Rust event types for Lambda. Oh, these are probably, okay, hold on. Let's see if we can find like a types file or something. Parsed event file. Ignore list. Oh, does it have to be the thing that we picked? The CloudWatch thing? Is that what this has to be? It doesn't work, can't confirm. Like at all? Oh, well, that sucks. Did I miss an example? Oh, yeah, but look at this. Wait, where did I lost my example section. Here we go. I like how they don't show the commands. Testing your code. Yeah, they don't actually show the command. Yeah, okay, cool. I think I was just about to get to that page. Okay, let me zoom in for you guys. Oh, that's too much. Oh, here we go. Allows you to send a payload directly from the command line. Oh, but okay, but we need it to be example data. Okay. Fetch an example data for today and use it in your payload. For example, if you want to use example. Okay. I see. Okay. Here's the fixtures. Okay, cool. So we want, which event do we want now? Does anyone know? Oh God, there's so many. So many events. We said it was CloudWatch, right? CloudWatch Logs? Well, it wouldn't be logs though, would it? It wouldn't be alarm. All right, well, Felix, you're going to have to do some more Googling, my dude. Because we're not using API Gateway. They don't seem to have an example. All right, well, then let's do this. Let's do AWS event bridge, 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 JSON example, or event bridge, event, JSON example. We'll just go straight to Google because that's a little bit more important. Here we go. Oh God, it's so bright. Here we go. Flashbang. Yeah. The following event in events Amazon Event Bridge indicates an EC2 instance is being terminated. Okay. Are we looking at the same thing? Using yeah, I think we're looking at the same thing. No. Where yours might be better. I'll go to yours. Oh, yeah, this it's just it's the same schema, it's just a bit more. Version 0, detail type source, resources, detail event categories. So I think we need to go and look at Event Bridge really quickly. Honestly, I think I just need to understand like source AWS.events. Is this the event name? And like, how does resources relate to this? Hang on. Sorry, Chad. I had to log in really quickly. Okie dokies. Event Bridge, where it comes from. Yeah, but like, okay, so then, so in this case, would AWS events be it then? Like, okay, here, let's do this really quickly. Let's go to event buses. We've already got event buses, start discovery, send events. I'm just going to try something. Okay, so my event source, and then my detail type. Okay, so these are the two things that it wants us to basically give, which is our event source, and then the detail type. Yeah, their naming is kind of rough. I don't disagree. So, okay, so in this case, like, what would our event source be? Would this be like Twitch event sub, right? Like something like that. Again, we're just kind of messing around, you know what I mean? Twitch event sub, and then the detail type would be stream.online, right? Yeah, because we don't mind this being the original one. This will match to the original one in event sub, and then I think we'll do like Twitch event. Or Twitch, what's it called? Preview, right? And so when Twitch preview happens, then that will fire, and then we'll just kind of keep chaining it like this. I think that should work okay. Except for we got a max of 180 characters, so that kind of sucks. But that's all right. We could do technically we could, if we really wanted to. We could get crazy with this. We could just like hash everything. But it's okay. We're not going to worry about that right now. So Twitch event sub would definitely be the source. Or what we could technically do is we could say Twitch event sub dot stream dot online. But then what would the detail type be, right? Because it wouldn't. Which fields are included in the event? Enter the. Okay, and then the schema. Okay, I see. So the idea here is that we need to include the detail type. And so in their example, they use like AWS events, and their detail type is scheduled event. RDS. Oh, look at this. It's like capitalized for them. Should we do this? I know this happens a lot. Like I've seen a lot of places do this, but like I don't know if I feel right about doing that. You know what I mean? Okay. I think this has to be this. I think this just needs to be Twitch event sub, and then this will be stream online, and then preview, or again we could figure something else. But for now, this will just be stream online, and then we'll say that the detail in this case for stream online is gonna probably be the Twitch ID, right? Which will be a string key value. Twitch ID, so it'll be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Enter the JSON for the detail type. You can copy and paste from another source, drag your JSON file. Yeah, I think Twitch ID is all we need, at least for right now. That should be it. Now here's another question. Do we want it to go out to Twitch and find the stream, or would we rather make it so that it's Twitch ID, stream ID, and it simply just looks up? Because that's the thing is like, if we give it a Twitch ID, it's gonna have to figure out like which stream do I care about. All right, Felix, see you soon. So that's my only question around that is like, if I do it this way, if we think about this logic for a second, if I just give it the Twitch ID, then I guess the best way, or the best thing we can assume is to say, hey, find their latest online stream. That's what this would have to do, right? Otherwise, we would have to give it a stream ID, Twitch stream ID, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then if we did that, then it could just look up the URL in the database. What do you guys think? Do you guys think it should include the lookup for the latest live stream? Or do you think we should do that somewhere else so that we only send the Twitch ID and stream ID, and it just simply looks up, downloads, and then goes on? Here's a question. What happens with event sub? Actually, that's actually a good point. So let's go to event sub really quickly. If we go to event sub, let's look for the subscription type of go live, because it might even be in the go live. It probably is in the stream online. Yeah, let's look at this. Stream online webhook example. Ugh, dude, it's not even in there. Oh wait, or is it? Okay, no, never mind. Yeah, it is. Okay, yeah. Broadcaster ID, broadcaster login. Oh my God, is it not really in there, bro? It's not even. Oh wait, no, IDs. Okay, cool. So this is the ID of the stream. So we do have stream ID. Technically, we have stream ID. So this would be the stream ID. This would be the broadcaster user ID. Okay, cool. So we technically could just say, hey, in that case, we want to provide the following parameters to the Lambda, right? And that's going to be the Twitch user ID and then the Twitch stream ID, right? When we have both of those, we should be able to go out to the Twitch API and download what we need, the thumbnail URL. So we get that, we download the image, we store the preview. Okay, cool. All right, so let's go back to our Lambda. And actually, let's make our thing here now. So I'm going to copy this event type. I'm going to make it my detail. Yeah, there you go. Okay. So we'll just create a new UUID. Okay. Detail type. Right. So we said that the detail type was going to be stream.online. Right? All right, I'll use it in a second, Hayden. Hang on. And then this should be twitch.eventsub. Right? Account, that's fine. Time, that's fine. We'll actually do West 2 since that's what we're in. So does this mean that this would be the like event sub ARN, the default bus? Yeah, this guy. So like that's my actual bus. Although I guess it doesn't really matter. Like we could do this instead. There you go. Event bus default, yeah. Okay, and so then what we could do here is we could technically just match their detail, right? Where we could say ID, broadcaster user ID, or we can define our own. It might be better just to define our own. So if that's the case, then we could... So here's a question. All right, I'm going to do a quick poll. I'm curious to know what your guys' thoughts are on this. Which do you prefer for JSON objects? Upper camel case, right? So like normal, like camel case, or snake case, or lower. I don't think you could do lower camel, but maybe lower camel case. Vote. Vote. Rust Analyzer won't like it if you use Snake. Oh, okay. I'm just curious what you guys have to say. So nobody likes the Amazon upper camel case? Nobody likes this? The event like this? That's the upper camel case. This is what I'm talking about. Snake case, huh? It's easy to mix up with class names. That's fair. That's fair. So it looks like everybody is between snake case or lower camel case. Interesting. Yeah, lower camel case is pretty awesome. It's called Pascal case. Thank you. Sorry, Pascal case. I can't remember. Thank you, Jordy. Lower camel case. Interesting. Oh, they have a naming conventions? That's fun. For snake case. What DM did you send me? Are you serious, dog? Okay. I mean, let's talk about it when I get offline. Yeah. Okay. Just wasn't ready for that, but that's fair. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I don't mean to. That wasn't like a negative. I just like that's a lot. I wasn't ready for that. So many characters for no reason, in my opinion. Okay, so all right. So here's the thing: is it looks like Rust calls for snake case for. Where does it say? Local variables, static variables, type, lifetimes, enum traits. Interesting. Hello. Hi, dear say. Hello. I hope you're doing well. No, you're good. You're good. You're good. Have snake case. Okay. All right. All right. Well, let's do. I guess we'll just do snake case since that looks like that's what Rust is going to complain about. So this will be Twitch stream ID 1 2 3 4 5. Twitch user ID 1 2 3 4 5. It happens, Hayden. It happens quite a bit. Hang on one second. Okay, sorry. I had to do something really quickly, chat. My bad. Okay, so Twitch stream ID 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5. Twitch user ID 1 2 3 4 5. Cool. Okay, so let's try this. So let's start our server again. Start. And then let's invoke that. Bam. It ran. Running cargo run. Unused variable event. But we running. Woo! We running, chat. We did it. Nice. Okay. We have our Lambda at least we have our Lambda at least invocable. There we go. That's nice. I like that. Okay. Cool. Very cool. Very, very cool. Okay. So now that we have that in place and we actually have the data that we need, let's go ahead and go back to our code. And let's do this as well really quickly. We need this. We need this. Need this. Need this. Need this. Okay. And then here we go. Okay. So we running event, CloudWatch event. Now Hayden actually gave me a little bit of some code here, which should help at least with setting up the type. So let me just look at what you've got here. So let's see. It looks like you did derive. So we'll put a macro, serialize, deserialize. Struct Twitch event sub stream online. Yep, that's what I would have called it too. Twitch user ID string, and then Twitch stream ID. Now there's a lot of like Twitch stuff. I mean, technically we could just call it. We'll keep them separate. I like the whatever there actually. Deserialize, serialize. Wait, are you getting it from Serday? Use of Rust library private. So I probably have to add Serday to my libraries if that's the case. Yeah, I don't think I have Serday installed on this. Or is it an option? Or no, it is, right? So use Serday. There we go. Serday. Serialize. Wait, is Serday a cargo thing? Is it in here? It's not. Okay. That's why I was like, where? All right, I need to add it really quickly. Cargo add Serday. Do we add JSON or just Serday by itself? I can never remember. Rust Serday. JSON. Serday JSON. Okay. Use Serday. Serialize. I like this song, dude. It's a jam. Serialize, deserialize. Is my language server like freaking out right now? What's going on here? Oh, that's right. Okay. Unresolved import Serday. What? Oh, Serday JSON. My bad. I will run Rust code in the Lambda. Yep. We're going to have Rust powered Lambdas, baby. Let's go. Woo! Sorry. Just got excited. I just went like real southern redneck with that for a second. Hell yeah, brother. All right. Sorry. Why is it saying it doesn't like the, do I need, okay, hold on. Setting up serial derive. So you need, okay, I was about to say you need, okay, yeah, okay, that's what I thought. I was like, I feel like I'm missing a cargo package. So cargo, add Saturday. Yeah, there we go. Yo, Neochromer, thank you so much for the Prime sub, dude. The second month in a row. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. How are you doing, Neochromer? Hello. Thank you, man. Thank you. All right, use Saturday. Come on now. You can do it. I think the language server is still starting. Yeah, there it is. Saturday. There you go. I'm so proud. There it is. See, there it is. Now it's happy. Now it's happy, chat. Now it's a happy Rust program. Okay. Let's go back. Let's go back to your example. Oh, okay. You cast it right onto the CloudWatch event. Oh, you can do that. That is that's so nice. Oh, that's so nice. Okay. So we can change this now to print line, something like this. EID. Oh, you just unwrap a bunch of stuff. Let me do this first. So we'll say Twitch ID equals event dot payload dot Twitch user ID. What is this? So this is unknown. Oops, let me do that. I feel like I'm gonna have to serialize it. Or it's asking me to. Contemplating if I should take Amazon certification, which company would pay? I mean, they help. Don't get me wrong, they definitely help. Oh, it's in detail. My bad, it's in detail. Dot. Hold on, give me 1 second. Hold on. Yeah. I think they help in the sense of like learning things. But in all seriousness, I do think that. Oh, I see what's going on. Okay. I do think that your experience is really going to be the biggest thing for you. That's going to be the biggest. Like, okay. Hold on 1 second. By the way. Yeah, if you can get it for free, then get it for free. 100%. I'm just saying I would rather have a company pay for it than myself. Hang on, chat. Okay, sorry about that. I had to look at something for work really quickly. My bad. Why does it require? I don't know, man. I wish it didn't. Okay, so this is actually a option. So what we want to do is, I got to remember. Okay, and this should be not Twitch ID, but data, I guess, or detail, right? Detail. Now, here's the thing. I remember we used. Okay, so here. Okay. Oh, but we're using Tokyo here. But Tokyo's for. What is Tokyo for again? I forget. Grosskeeper, thank you for the follow. Async. Okay. So yeah, so I think we wanna replace the result though, right? Build configs. Yeah. I wanna do that. I liked the way that we had it set up before. So I'd like to continue using that result. So let's go to cargo.toml. Anyhow, that's right. cargo add anyhow. And so then if we go back here, go to main, we just replace the result. Yeah. Main. Yeah. Use anyhow result. So now that should be an anyhow result. And then the error, I believe, is an anyhow error as well, technically. Deserialize, serialize. Or is it just a normal? No, it's an anyhow error. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's an anyhow error. Maybe. Let me see really quickly. Does this have error in it? It does. Or yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah. Because then you can do, yeah. Okay. Re-imported here. Oh, because it wants to use the Lambda runtime error handler. Okay, I see. All right, never mind. We gotta keep that error. It doesn't seem to use result though. It seems to just do error. Okay, cool. Well, that's fine at least. That's okay. I don't mind that. At least we've got the result. So the result here, rerunning. Oh, did I actually? Oh, I did. Okay. So let's say detail equals event dot payload dot detail. Should be able to have that now. And then detail dot Twitch stream ID and then user ID. Okay, so let's try printing these really quickly. Print line. Or no, let's try the, is it debug? Yeah, it's debug, right? At debug detail. And then we'll do, I think it was this. Is that how you do detail? Or no, I don't think you need to do that with detail. I think you just do that. Oh, semicolon. Dang it. I always forget the semicolons. I always forget that the things need semicolons. Doesn't implement. Oh, okay. Maybe you do need it then. Is that how you do it? I can't remember how debug works. Was it because I don't have debug on it? Oh, that's probably what it is. Yeah. There we go. Fix that. Can only be. Now, what are you saying? Let's move this down here, actually. Not options. Oh, right. Okay, so in that case, then we do need to do this. Some detail. Else. And then we'll handle return. We need an error, right? Now, here's a question. Is this error interesting? I need to construct an error that they want me to construct. What's wrong with it? Nothing. I just like the other syntax better. I mean, I guess, yeah, you're saying just do this. Dot unwrap. I don't fully understand unwrap. So I don't really like using it because I don't fully understand it like I do with, like, you know, some, essentially. I haven't really wrapped my head fully around unwrap. So yeah, that's the only reason why. That's basically the TLDR on that. Is I haven't fully wrapped my head around unwrap. All right. All right, let's try invoking. Invoke. Bam! Look at that, chat. Look at that. Stream online, Twitch stream ID, Twitch stream. Yeah. Okay. We're cooking with gas. All right. So now if we go back here and we kind of say, like, all right, is this going to work? I would say no, we're not done yet. We're not done yet. We've got one other thing we need to check. All right. So we know that we can set it up in a Lambda. That's good. That's dope, right? Let's figure out now what request or basically how we're going to request or make a request, right? Because we need to download and stream is going to be the thing here, right? So let's go to Chat GPT. Let's see what Chat GPT has to say about this. Are you willing to help your follower make a website? I mean, I really probably don't have the time to be able to do that, but what I can say is that you're welcome to join our Discord. There's a lot of great people in our Discord who are, would love to help. Like, we have a great community. I have a lot of things to do, so I unfortunately don't know if I'd be able to, but I can help when I can. You join the Discord as well. Ad hoc is a lot nicer for me. Like, I would not be able to help you right now, unfortunately. Okay, so show an example of making a REST request in Rust. Request? Is that like a real library? That's pretty straightforward. Is this really a library like that you would use? Squarespace is a good call. See, chat is awesome. Chat will help out. You didn't know that ChatGPT could do that? Listen, chat. If you don't fully understand the power of ChatGPT, this is definitely one of the things that is very powerful. Like, for example, if I was like, show me a simple hello world example in Haskell. Now, remember, these are like very generic terms, so it's thinking because I didn't tell it like programming language or other things like that. See, now it realized, oh, you're talking about a computer program, and so then it can give it to you. ChatGPT is teaching me Rust. That's amazing. I love that. There you go, chat. Or there you go. Might have somebody in chat who could even help you out. I mean, yeah, it looks like this request library is like not bad. I don't want to be like a pleb and just be like, I'm going to use the library because I don't know how to write it. I mean, I feel like I could figure it out. Okay, here, let's do this. Show me an example without using a library. Oh, you sent me an API. Oh, they have a, I'm gonna, you know what? I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm gonna be real. I don't know. One of the biggest reasons why it makes a lot of sense for us to use our own library or create our own library is because of API support and how quickly it gets updated, right? The reality of it is if I use a library like that, I don't know if everything I'm going to have or want is there. And if it isn't, I got to like figure out a way of using it. So I it's going to take more time, but I genuinely think that it will probably make more sense for us to build it ourselves. And we might even do the same thing with Rust. But is that a problem for getting stream titles? No. What? Oh, well, we would like probably create a reusable library, Hayden. Like, it doesn't matter what, like, this is a crucial part of the application as well, you know? We want complete and full support for it as much as we can. I know this is one Lambda. I'm just saying, like, I'd rather start writing my own code for it, you know? Okay, cool. So we got some stuff here, chat. We got some stuff here. We got the detail. And it looks like request allows us to do this. So I guess we can go to request, get, making post requests or setting post bodies, forms, JSON. Okay. hash map. So it's a hash map. We'll post to a body of map JSON. Interesting. Okay. It's a way to do it. Okay. So if this is the case, then again, don't forget, we're also learning. Well, at least I am. Yarn. Oh my God, I almost did yarn. I've been working too much with JavaScript lately. REQWEST. Request. That's cool. Oh, wait, what happened? It needs SSL. Okay. This is fine. You know what it is, chat? It's flake time. It's time to make a Nix flake. Oh, whoops, not cargo. Build. We're just gonna grab the flake that we already have. Raw. Copy. Touch flake.nix. Paste. Quirk. Actually, let's just do the quirk Lambda Twitch event. Yep, looks good. Looks good. Looks good. Anything that says build configs needs to turn into Twitch preview. Or maybe we call it Lambda Twitch preview. Make it a little bit easier. Okay. Now we're going to do Nix Flake show. Oh. There we go. Okay. So now what we're going to do is it wanted OpenSSL, right? So I think OpenSSL. Yeah. So we're going to go here. We're going to type in OpenSSL like that. I think that's where we want it to be. No. We need it in build inputs with packages, libconf, OpenSSL. And then they said that there's a parameter you can set, right? Cargo add request. All right, sorry. What are we? What are you guys talking about? I'm sorry. I'm working. I am working right now. I am zoned out, just working. Oh, I didn't even pay attention. Add it again. Oh, but it worked that time. Oh, because it already. Crap. It was just OpenSSL dir, right? That's what it was. I think it was just OpenSSL dir. You're welcome. Welcome to the family, bud. The Nix family. It's good. It's good. It's a good place to be, man. It's gonna be awesome. Like I said, I am super hyped for this video. Unfortunately, like I said, it just keeps getting freaking delayed because of my life, but I'm working on making it so that doesn't happen anymore. And that part has been successful, thankfully. So this weekend I should be able to have full attention to it. Okay. Oh, I see. That's why I did that. Okay. Packages dot. Now here's the thing. If we do OpenSSL dir like this, and then we do packages dot OpenSSL, which is what it would be, I don't think that's the completely accurate right path. I think that's just going to be where it exists. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to do Nix develop shell. We're going to jump into that shell really quickly. You see how it grabbed OpenSSL? You can't build to a binary with Java. I mean, you can, but it's not really as native. I mean, JavaScript's a transpiled, or is a, not transpiled. It's a, it's a transpiled language, isn't it? Yeah, no, not transpiled. What's the word I'm looking for, chat? When it reads it at runtime, what's that word? It's a interpreted language. There we go. Thank you. Yes, interpreted language. Yes. It's an interpreted language, which just means it has to do more things. While this is doing this, I'm going to work on something for work really quick. Hang on. We are downloading a decent amount of packages. I guess I didn't already have Rust on my computer, or at least whatever version this is. This must be a new version of Rust. Why do most of operation workers use Vim and Vim? What do you mean by operation workers? What does that mean? Oh, ops workers, because normally we're on computers a lot. I just realized what you meant by that. Yeah. It's probably just mostly just because we're on a computer a lot. Like, you know what I mean? Bin. See, this only gave me OpenSSL. That's what I was slightly worried about. Cryptography. I mean, maybe that's all we need. Maybe that's actually all we need. Maybe I just point it to that. Yeah, I mean, could try. Cargo. Here, let's do this. I'm gonna go back to my cargo toml. Gonna get rid of request. I'm gonna re-add it now. See what happens. Oh, it already did it. Can you like rebuild something when you add it? Huh. Doesn't look like it. I'm trying to figure out if this is like, so basically it wanted OpenSSL, the library, and it couldn't find it, which is fine. I had to add it to the shell with Nix. That's what I just did. But now I can't, like, when I add it, it just works. It doesn't give me the same error as it did last time. Maybe do this. Oh. Nope. Yeah, that still works. Oh, but I guess that would make sense. Cargo build. Yeah, there we go. There we go. That's what we were looking for. OpenSSL directly doesn't include directory does not exist. So it does need an include directory. Yeah, it's nvim comp. Okay, so NixOS OpenSSL lib. How to install OpenSSL to compile against? Huh. Okay, we got to figure this out really quickly. Oh, that's right. It's .dev. I keep forgetting. Nix is just so awesome that I keep forgetting that there's like attributes on these thingies. Okay, so down here we should be able to do OpenSSL.dev. There we go. And that should give us the dev stuff. So we're going to actually need to get out of this shell, go back in, echo OpenSSL dir. And you'll notice it's a new path. It's because it's a different thing now. Open a no, see that's not it though. Maybe that wasn't it? I thought it was lib though. Let's reopen this really quickly. Oh, dang it. There's so many things you got to update. I forgot. Okay, so then this needs to go to .dev as well. There we go. Okay. Develop. Let's get out of here. Develop. There we go. Echo. CD. There we go. Okay, now we've got it. Now we go back here. Right? We build. Cargo build. We should be good. Wait, what? Lib does not contain the required files. What? What now? You've got the lib. You got what you wanted. Where did they add it? In build inputs. I might not be putting this in the right place. Oh, that's definitely why that's not working. I was making it only install on Darwin. Whoopsies. Okay, let's try that one more time. Let's try this now. No, we still got an error. Echo OpenSSL dir cd OpenSSL dir lib. Yeah, it's right there. I literally, yeah, you just saw it actually. What is the error we get? The main panicked. Lib does not contain the required files to either statically or dynamically link SSL. Huh. I wonder what this path is, like what path it needs to be. Does not contain the required files. Try drop the .env. Well, the .env is what gives us the lib stuff. Like that is there. That's the thing that's weird. This is like, here, let's go to this really quickly. Yeah, see, package config is right here. I'm just thinking, I'm wondering if like maybe I'm not looking in the right, like I'm not giving it the right path, you know what I mean? So let's look at this entire discussion. Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking is like, does it need to be /lib? You need the real, oh, okay, I see. Huh. You have code that deals with this? That would be fantastic if you did. Yeah, because it looks like here in build inputs, they've got cargo, Rust, package config, OpenSSL dev, and then OpenSSL dev goes to OpenSSL.dev. So, okay, to be clear, let me show you the flake just because it's a little confusing. You know what? Here, well, so we're in the dev shell, meaning that this is being added to the dev shell. Well, we're using cargo right now to build it, right? So Rust really isn't a part of the cargo build process right now. It's just being used to set up the dev shell. So build inputs like this, package OpenSSL dev, that goes to the dev, right? Dev stuff. And then lib optionals is for lib iconv or whatever. Native build inputs has cargo and Rust. So like maybe Maybe we also need OpenSSL here. Like maybe it needs the binary and the libraries. Again, this is a Nix thing for sure, in the sense of at least like what we're trying to add. And now see, it still doesn't like it. Which would be include. So you think that we would change this to be basically this? / include. Is that what we're thinking? Could try it. Oops. It is always a pain in the ass. Yeah, agreed. Oh, there we go. That did something different. The include directory does not exist. Okay, yeah, no, it wants the include. That's what it's looking for. Yeah, so it's looking for the include directory. So yeah, so we are in fact getting the right package. .dev would be the package that we're looking for here. And we're even injecting it what appears to be appropriately. But it doesn't seem like it wants to work. So, Chibisov, I think that's how you say your name. Does that make sense? Like, do you understand now, or at least, like, do you see what, I guess, we're having a problem with? Try the Rust LS feature. All right, we'll do that. Let's just do that, chat. We'll just not use OpenSSL because I agree it's a massive pain in the butt. Native TLS. So Rust TLS, that's what we want to add, right? Okay. So we go to cargo.log. Oh, no, not cargo.log. Cargo.toml. And then here, we do version, features, equals, right? Like that. That's how that works. Version, features, cargo, build. You may have to disable default features. Oh, really? Enabled by default TLS. Oh, yeah, I see that. Okay, so how do you disable a feature? I actually don't know how to do that in a cargo toml. How doth one do that? I'm going to Google it in 3 seconds unless somebody says something. So because .dev only installs headers and package config, you need /lib, which comes from packages OpenSSL. Oh, default features equals false. Oh, I see. Right here. Got it. Okay. I probably should have just looked right above me or below me. My bad. There we go. Now we're doing Rust LS. There we go. Okay, so it looks like we're actually getting a little bit closer now. Let's see if it's going to give me any problems. There we go. No method named JSON found in request builder. Well, that doesn't seem good. Because that was their literal example. So that didn't have a lib. Probably need to re-add that feature. Oh, that's right, because we disabled everything. Okay. Oh, okay. I got you. I got you. Would I do modules or how doth one figure out all the features of an app, of a cargo crate? Usually check the cargo toml in the source. Okie dokie. Whoa. Is this the cargo toml? What am I looking at right now? Oh, I was like, what? I do not see a cargo.toml in here. It's like the one thing that's not in here. Where's the actual repository, dang it? Oh, here it is. No. Here we go. JSON. That seems like that would have made sense. What's the feature you need to parse JSON? JSON. Yeah, fair enough. There we go. There we go, chat. There we go. Okay, so let's do cargo. Or what was the start thing? Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. Now, here's the thing. If I invoke this, I'm actually going to be invoking this against httpbin.org. So I don't want to do that. I also need to clean up some of this stuff. Yeah, when I came, yeah, I just used Rust LS. That's how I fixed it. I didn't use it. Yeah. Lambda invoke. Okay, let's get back here. Twitch API. Oh shoot, I gotta get going, chat. Hold on. Let's just look at this last part really quick and figure out what API endpoint we need. Thank you, Demi. I appreciate that. Let's go here, subscriptions. I just want to at least like wire it, you know what I mean? Like at least just like wire it into place. Get streams. Okay, so we need this and this URL. Here, let's do this. Let's move this over here. Get. Yo, Shady Milk, man. Dude, thank you so much for the sub, dude. I appreciate that. Thank you for the prime sub, man. Bezos Buckies. Again, thank you, my man. Thank you so much. Thank you for the support. All right. So we want this. Oops. Oops. Come on now. Hey, could you just not be stupid fingers? Thank you. I like this song. It's a good song. You know what I mean? Okay, so the request parameter options is user ID, right? And that should be the detail.twitch user ID, right? Don't worry, I'll fix that type in a second. And then the other one should be the type. Okay, so we got a couple of them. So type in this case should be live. So we only want to get live streams, right? User ID, user login, game ID, type. Interesting. So it doesn't actually give us the ability to inject the ID, meaning, what does that mean, chat? I don't know. I actually don't exactly know what that means. Like that you can't look up a stream at all directly. Like, should we even pass it at that point? You know what I mean? Like, at least for this, does it even matter? No, I'm writing in Rust. You have a GET request? No, it's post. Yeah, post. Oh, it's a GET. I see what you're saying. It's a GET. Oh, yeah, these are parameters. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I got you. I got you. I got you. All right. So does it just have you inject request parameters like normal? Yeah, this is Rust. Yeah. Because if that's the case, then it would just be like, how do you do formatting again, Rust? I totally just blanked on it. Like I was like, I have it, and then it just lost it. I'm like going back to old code to see if yeah, okay, format. That's right, the format macro. Okay. So then what we'd want to do is we want to like let URL or base URL equals, right? Get rid of that. Put this here. And then let, is this a query parameter? Is that what this is? Oh my God. Get streams. Get followed streams. Yeah, you can only get streams. That sucks. That sucks. Like, I'm not trying to like poop on Twitch, but like, that actually sucks that you can't just like take a stream ID and be like, give me this one stream. Why don't they let you do that? For being a streaming platform, why don't they let you pull streams directly from their API? I'm confused, chat. I am confused. I mean, in that case, like, honestly, the parameters format, I don't know if it makes sense to even give the, what's it called at this point? The Twitch, sorry, I'm like blanking because I'm trying to type. The Twitch stream ID, right? We pass off the Twitch stream ID in the Lambda as well, but I don't really know if there's any use for it. I don't know. Parameter user ID. Parameter type, right? And this can just be live. Oh, there's a query thing? Oh, that's nice. I was like, man, this sucks to have to do this way. Okay. Oh, beautiful. There's like, okay, cool. So it's a map. Okay, so it just keeps using maps. Okay, I see. Got it. All right. We can change this to URL. And then we'll go back to our map and we'll say map dot, is it insert? Yeah, insert. And then what was it again? Why do they have such like, oh God. Okay. Type and user ID. Type live user ID. Detail dot Twitch user ID dot to string. No. Wait, what is it expecting? Of to ref, right? Or do I, oh, I should just make it, or wait, what is this? What does this actually represent right now? It's a string, okay. So then, how do I do it as like a, I forget, it's like 2str, right? Or how do I turn it to whatever? Or you know what? Actually, it might make more sense for us to do this. Because it's asserting the type right now in the map. Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah. So it was asserting the type from the first line because I didn't tell it what the actual type is. So I guess like string. Or I forget exactly how to do that in a hash map, but yeah. You can use ADS2 string. So this is already a string though. Oh, I see what you're saying. Instead of like string from, I can just do, okay. That's nice. Okay. So then we go here, and then we do map. And we'll change map to queries. And then I think we need to give it a reference as well. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Okay, cool. So now we have a nice little request being made. And as a matter of fact, you know what I'm going to do now? Chat, I'm going to do pub, or I'm going to do function get Twitch stream. Right? And we're going to take this whole thing and we're going to dump it into its own function because I have a guarantee that I'm going to need that later. This is way better than the VimI programming. All right, guys, check it out. I gotta get going. I gotta call the stream for the day. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I really, really do appreciate it. Everybody who stuck by through Tej's raid earlier today, as well as Jen's raid, or anybody who stopped by saying hey with me, I really do appreciate it. I think we're in a good spot, dude. I think we could build this in Rust, and we got a lot done today. We got a lot done. We were able to POC the preview downloader or Twitch preview downloader Lambda, right? We figured out what we need. We actually figured out that we don't technically need this Twitch stream ID. However, what we might do, and like this is something else to kind of think of, is like we might say like validate stream ID matches one from event, right? Just to make sure, like we could do that, you know? But anyways, thank you guys again so much for hanging out with me. I do appreciate it. If you are new to our channel, be sure to check out that little blurb right there about us. We are a host streamed by myself as well as my good friend Atoda. Basically, I stream during the week, normally Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, but sometimes it's Tuesdays or Thursdays. Really, it's just any day of the week. I normally try and stream 2 to 3 days during the week as well. And I normally try and start anywhere between 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So yeah, be sure to check me during the week. If not, you will get to hang out with Atoda on the weekends. He's also going to be streaming weeknights in the near future. But basically, if you hang out with me, you're going to be able to see more advanced stuff, DevOps, all the kind of stuff that I deal with daily. If you hang out with Atoda, you're actually going to be able to hang out with him as he learns programming from the ground up. And chat gets to teach him. He gets to learn from ChatGPT as well as have great discoveries. And it's been a lot of fun. It's been really cool to see him kind of starting his career. So whether you're interested in either or either show, be sure to be sure to check him out. Thank you guys again. Also, be sure to check out our Discord. We have a fantastic community full of wonderful people. If you're ever interested in any of the stuff we work on, whether it's Rust, Go, Nix, DevOps, Cloud, all that stuff, it's all part of our Discord, and it's all full of wonderful conversations of nerds, just like everyone in chat. We also have YouTube. As I said, we do have a new YouTube video coming out. It should be coming out next week. Again, I apologize for the delay. Life has been crazy, so I appreciate the understanding. The first channel is basically our main curated channel. That'll have things on it that I'm interested in working on and all that kind of stuff. The second one is basically just our VODs. So if you ever want to see a past video or any of that kind of stuff, the VODs will be here. Yeah, and then social media. Yeah, check us out on Twitter. All right, guys. Thank you guys again. I'm going to go find somebody to raid really quickly, and then I'm going to get out of here. Let's see. Who can we raid? We raided Acorn the other day. You know what, dude? I think I know who we can go raid. Let me see if they're live or not. I don't know if my stream's freaking out here. Uh-oh. Is my internet freaking out right now? No? There we go. All right, we're going to go raid a new streamer. They are a good friend of the stream, as well as a DevOps connoisseur. We're going to go raid Thornity. Let's go say hi to them. Let's go give them some hype for the Friday. Again, this is a newer person on the Twitch platform, so let's go give them some love. Let's go make their day. Guys, again, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I really, really appreciate it. Or newer streamer, I should say. It's not that they're new on the platform, but they're a new streamer. So let's go say hi. Again, guys, thank you. You guys have been fantastic. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. I hope I see you tomorrow at Alta 4's or at a Atoda stream. Enjoy the raid. Bye.